See, Manda Mahama, Ďėată d GDP does no do. Ghana. Ya toya ne manyina ne ya kura sika kentemwa. Ya de ohanhyemu aduonu mu nsia ana kokotuaka. Enti Ďėată d GDP stood at 56. Owura ba me say hey, oya, mumpa Mahama. Wabon. Anes Bamia is serious. Oya economic when doctor, hey Yampa Mahama. And ya Pamu Mahama out of ignorance, ladies and gentlemen. Thinking, sir, the economic wizard, when he had ascended the reins of leadership, would do something better and something different. Fast forward to when your Ďėată GDP has crossed the 100% mark. So as usual, not knowing, Bamia was joking with us. The person say that things Bamia is telling you now ahead of the 2024 elections, 90% of them he is joking with you. Be careful, and I'm giving you plethora of things. I say he joked with the good people of this country. Because if you tell me, say borrowing is a lazy man's approach to governance. That's that time when you borrowing, you have 54 billion. Now you have gone down in history as a single government. You have borrowed around 600 billion Ghana cedis. It means you joked with the good people of this country. I am here to use announced principles. Naturally say opese and centrefo or bomachidom. Nana Kufuor nekaye. They say Nana Kufuor ne baya. When they came to Japan, they were hunting the same anas na as they using the principle. Mene anas waken wuram. Na hama time wa anas air revelations there yeah. Kufuor the time there anas more revelations. And the person who promised to use that anas principles, and then he's hunting anas. And journalism is under attack in this country, and a lot of journalists have kept quiet. The others so they have bought them, and their stomach is full, and they are silent. I want to give my management the benefit of the doubt. Management in country, but as far as I know, as a presenter and a worker here, and Crawford, people who were captured on tape, on CCTV, Bessine, Yantis Yachobia. Sabi, Dam Parifie, Anom Kodis Hanyam Bransamna, Intankenjubia. COPB Fie, Anom Kodis Hanyam Bransamna, Intankenjubia. Nanaku Fadu Fie, Anom Kodis Hanyam Bransamna, Kenjubia. Keno Foriata, Imagine Mensa, Mami Okoyinitia, Okoyinitia, that's what just didn't. Because the people of this country will force her to account for the 2020 elections. Or be unfortunate me, I'll be around to force her. Because as the sole returning officer of presidential elections, Senior Ghana the court shielded her out of ignorance. I don't need to be a legal luminary before I can make this statement. Because what I know is that in elections bia, in general elections bia, in presidential elections bia, Ghana Mra said there is only one returning officer for the presidential, and that person aye Jean Mensa. It is Jean Mensa figures and in every elections as the ejuma, or if like the electoral commission figures and in every general elections for the presidential as the ejuma. And major stakeholder like NDC and some others say yentiasia Kronubia Koso, and only can because in the last elections only declare no at least 6 times if not more. It is how we a judge crown out here. Common sense should tell you say bibiana yemra. Common sense should tell you as a judge or a Supreme Court Chief Justice or whatever who empanel the judges say Ebon is saying Anna electoral commissioner let me declare Ababa 6 times who a judge and common sense we military. This is not about law. Even the laws and even the common laws are founded on common sense. Ain't judges in the but I say, ladies and gentlemen, I dare to say, Semina mete sa judge akunyanoswa. Not only would I have applied that law, but common sense would have preceded Embrano. Because if indeed the sole returning officer, ASO or yet Huejuma, Adenti, and a court, I'm found any figures, Amebu and Kunta. Say, a year a sedun ketiamone NDC phone mum and form papers in Emra. Debut, why and a year sedun ketia returning officer for presidential elections in this country. Emra Ben a year John Dramani Mahama, a party and a stakeholder to the elections and a contender for that matter. The returning officer for presidential elections. And assuming without admitting, ladies and gentlemen, says Sedun Ketiamponi John Mahama, figures are correct. Obisubeti say, young falling on their figures because they have no legal locus as far as the constitution is concerned. And that there is only one sole returning officer for the presidential elections. Oh no, AG Mensa, the court shielded her. There are lots of charade are under this government. There are a lot of charade are under this government. So many of them. I'll be touching on Martin Amidu. The petition. What petition CJ and the president, briefly. I'll be touching on that. But me person who say, you guys, more reasons in here, I say are buying with us. PC Chinchina must become the next government. I didn't say that. Me can't someone say about because Chinchina Muhammad and Hofe he should become the next president. No, far from that. But you see, say one shemu year. Who oni papa ubetimi Edwa kodu basha sasaso. I didn't tell Megaza. Ubi bia ubenya kwanya again ni. Name mpanyimfo say ni ofiri ho ba na ebisa ne kwanso. Enye ne awone na ebo anayakọ. Enu nti ne se usu ensu a. Twen ansa na waka se mudu. Swansansa. In this case, Yaswansu, Yaswansa, and these are major political giants in this country. With that 54 billion internally generated fund, you can count plethora of achievement of John Dramani Mahama. This government have entered history as the single government. They have had more money than from Akroma to John Mahama put together. This kind of idea. Free SHS on Trump card. And free SHS money is from the oil field. It's in your borrow, some the idea. Because basically they have not been able to deliver one hospital. So where the money go? They've not been able to deliver major hospital because where and Kufado a year on why if not, Adia metimia ye abona baso ye STEM schools na omasina uta kudre in America. It's beautiful. But in terms of percentage, who compared to Sika Omanya, and the promises are what the man Ghana for you go and measure when young people samo no you apply common sense. Some to one I catch them say men to abama now every year be $1 million. Me pacho $1 million ne bada ben I no ntia so san koto asa ban ne so we yes na ban person kire say unim nyansa na sabi wadwene no ada unyusu na sebi wejimi eno na mpese wotia say ese wo mempanyifo bi hu say sebi tafraje sebi kudonto unjimi me bompa ese ye bedru ba bia obi nka say wo de aboa ba na ufra no MPP careless and now the aboa ba da friend in this careless kra meto aba. No, vote for people because of competence. Vote for people because of competence. Anyways, menya Martin Amidu Ejuman Abbas Alidu, I say job well done. I know too. I am Abbas from Dansuman. Please remember, we the Okada riders are listening to you always. Keep the fire burning. Mechia Okada for you now. Ko Okada de meta for pounds, you know. Mechia Okada. Augustine Afiadenyo, I say I know too. I'm watching you live from Kokomemli. More fire. Me pacho mo domino. Obi amra Facebook no share mame. Madama. We are fighting a system that is corrupt. And we are fighting a system where introduce menim kind. So Akroma phone bi ye dwumadia. Bon se bi share enti yanso na ye se ye beje ma yesi ho no. Mr. Obi on Facebook bia make sure at least obe share it 2 times. Make sure so be copy link no. Fato to WhatsApp platforms. Ya man no kura no ntwantro no. Oh no mean chong. Yeah, that is how we can defeat them. But you can see the same to be on Facebook be a home brasser share with you ultimate share once. Because you know yesha a bequetire na no kure no bebu nkama fantroso. On se best in the IGP invite Samuel. Sometimes it's not only about arrest though. It's about just setting a precedent. No be who say, oh, what the mraya juma. Then behind the scene, you do your own political charade. Ghana in nuclear. But you see, weigh your power with impunity. Or person what say, get out of here. Fansem for so. Or person what say, oh mine here dia. Or person what say, emrane here dia. Or person what say, we run the city. Are you saying, ladies and gentlemen? Samina no to da kuna metina radio na TV so ka say be the baby am robeshia. Are you saying some kind of security? Family. So sometimes who here say obatoto nkrofo no. But then see it. We are sure pass either on my FM Peace or any of those stations. Anna, yaba bombi omuhanti anke enche nkrofo. He Peace FM or UTV. That very day A+1 mom di sanyambrasem no. According to former Minister of Information, one kasa na freye upon Kuma. So one kasa no freye, every police commanders free wine. Maybe upon Kuma will exonerate himself